I'm using an AI to go from full-length YouTube videos to shorts automatically. We're going to be using AI to find in a big YouTube video all the hottest moments that we could use to create a short. And stick with me because it's not going to be easy. There's a lot of errors that I made that you don't want to make when you're doing something similar. So first, let's start with the basics. I'm going to write something down. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going from a full-length YouTube video to a short. So what we want to do is take the whole script of the YouTube video and then give this to the AI, and we want him to spit out the lines that things are the best for shorts. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so first step, we're giving the GPT, we're giving the AI the entire script. So the entire script we give him, and then we tell him to try to find the 4 or 5 best parts and spit it out. The goal is really for the AI to do all the job. It'll be the easiest for us. We just give him a full transcript and get back shorts created. So if this works, it's super easy and the job is done. So as you can see here, the goal is to get multiple shorts out of a YouTube video. But what seemed to happen when we did this was that was just too hard for ChatGPT to do, and he started being delusional a little bit. And most of the time, the text that he gave us back was bad, the length was bad. Like, we weren't able to control all these parameters with our prompt, because when we're prompting ChatGPT, the more text you give him, the less you'll care about a specific part of the text. So this means that when we're giving him instructions on how we want him to create our shorts, and then we'll give him the whole transcript, well, the instructions are maybe like 1% of the entire text. So he doesn't really remember those. And even if we put them back at the bottom, if we repeat them, it's just not enough compared to the whole text. And so he doesn't follow the instructions and does pretty much whatever he wants. So that failed. Now on to step 2. So for step 2, the goal is to separate the whole YouTube video into paragraphs. And we'll just give ChatGPT one paragraph at a time. So it'll be less text that he has to take care of. And we'll hope that by doing so, he'll listen to our instructions more. So let's try this on. Let's try. Taking you back here. We'll have the whole YouTube video here and we're separating it into chapters. And I coded and it worked. The shorts it would give me would be very close to what I'm asking him to do. And most of the time it would work just fine. But sometimes it would invent some of the words. It put in some filler words that don't exist. The next thing we did is we decided to number all the sentences and to ask ChatGPT to only output us the numbers of the sentences. Give him sentences 1 to 20, you should choose sentence 2 and 3. And this solved the problem once again, but we still had a problem. The problem was the shorts sucked. They sucked and they didn't want to listen to them. The reason being, they weren't cut right. We thought at first that ChatGPT could be instructed on how to cut shorts to make them interesting, like to have a cliffhanger, to have a hook in them, and things like that. But it didn't work out, and we were stuck with just a piece of some part of a YouTube video, but that without context didn't mean anything to anyone, and that once you swiped on it in your feed, after a second, you already knew you didn't want to listen to it, and you swiped back. So that was the big roadblock we were having. Even though we were able to get so far with only ChatGPT this way, making him actually do the shorts for us, creating all the shorts, all the transcript for the shorts, it still wasn't good. And there was no amount of prompting that we did that was able to make it good. We needed to find another way. And another way is fine-tuning the GPT. And it's a very important concept, so stick with me. Okay, so training a GPT using fine-tuning is like how you could train a dog. We don't train dogs this way, but I think you should train dogs this way. So how you should train your dog? Step 1, find 250 videos of dogs being trained exactly the way you want your dog to. This means if you say the word turn, then the dog turns and gets a treat after. Get 250 videos of this happening and you sit your dog in front of the TV and you make him watch it. So he watches all the videos. And you've already seen, and for those that don't believe me it could work, have you ever seen a video online where a dog is looking at a plush dog, so a dog that's a toy, and then the plus dog does something wrong. The owner makes him do something wrong, and then the owner smacks him. Right after that, the dog understands that if he does this, he's gonna get smacked, and you see it in the video that he doesn't do it. So this is how it worked on a dog, and it will work on a GPT. So you show him 250 times how you want him to do it, so he understands it, and then you test him. And so you do that. You give him examples, you test him, and you give him treats, aka high scores, when he does a good job. In this way, you train him to do exactly what you want. It may be tough to teach a dog to do things, right? But what if you showed him 250 times, and then you tested like 50 times with him, and you did all of this 20 times? Could the dog know the trick at the end? For sure it would know the trick. And that's the same thing we're applying with ChatGPT. If we show him enough times, it will learn what we want him to do. And that is fine-tuning explained. Now that you know how to fine-tune, we still have a problem. The problem is, how do we get the example? Like for a dog, it would be the same thing. Where do you find 250 videos of owners doing it to their dog? So what we did is we took all the shorts. So we scraped all shorts from an account. We get the transcript for each short. And then for this same account, and get all the transcripts from all its videos. So we'd be left with transcripts from shorts and transcripts from videos. And with the premise that every short comes from a video, we should be able to associate a short with a video by finding the short that has the less difference in text from a part of the YouTube video. So essentially, we take all the text from a short, and then we do like a sort of a sliding window through the entire YouTube video, and we test, is this part of the video the same as the short? No. Okay. Is this part the same? No. Is this part? Oh, it's not the same, but it's more similar. Okay. What about this one? Oh, this one is spot on. It's almost the same thing. And then you do this for the entire video, and you end up with the right part of the right video that is associated with your short. So you do this enough times, and now you've got 250 shorts that are associated with the YouTube video. So you give GPT the entire chapter as an input, and then as an output, you give him the short. In the same way that we're going to ask him later, when we're going to give him a new YouTube video chapter that he hasn't never seen before, he'll be able to find the best part of it and give it back to us. So, does it actually work? Yes and no. Most of the time it works, but ChatGPT is kind of a dumb dog sometimes. So stick with us, and in part 2, we're fixing all the bugs, and we're showing you how we're turning these short transcripts into fully fledged shorts that are automatically edited like AI.